Hello everybody, today I am going to show you how I use resin in my silicone molds. I do not have a ton of experience with resin, but I have learned a few things along the way, and hopefully throughout this video I will share with you my tips and tricks and help you if you are just starting out as well. You are going to need 2-part resin, some gloves, cups, popsicle sticks, torch, silicone molds, parchment paper, and paper towels. I will have all of the supplies listed down below just in case you missed something, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. If you like this type of video, please hit the like button, and if you are new to my channel, I do mostly mixed media and card making. If that interests you, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified every time that I upload a video. Alright, so to get started, I line my work surface with some parchment paper. That way I don't get all of the resin everywhere. And then I am going to start with mixing my resin. So this is a 2-part resin. I was sent this resin from Better Boat Resin, and I feel like I'm going to say resin like 12,000 times in this video. So this company wanted to send me some resin, and I was very honest with them and upfront and told them that I really didn't have any experience with working too much with resin, but they wanted to send it to me anyways to try out. And as you guys know, I do a lot of mixed media projects, and I've tried some resins in the past. I haven't had much luck with them, so I was a little hesitant in working with the resin, but I have to tell you guys that this resin is so clear. It does have a little bit of a smell, but it's not overwhelming. And if you are working a lot with resin, you definitely need to protect yourself with a mask. You don't want to get all of those fumes in your lungs or anything. Luckily this day I had my fan going, and I had the window open, so there was air circulating throughout my room, and I don't work with resin very often, so I wasn't too worried about it being harmful to me. Anyways, so they contacted me and asked if I wanted to work with it, and they sent it to me, and I'm so glad that they did because I am absolutely loving it, and I'm definitely going to have to be ordering some more because I love using it in my molds. So as you saw, I poured 1 part resin and 1 part hardener in 2 different cups. Then I poured them into another cup. And you really need to make sure that your measurements are exact. I don't go as far as weighing out the resin and the hardener. Some people do. I just kind of eyeball like a line on the cups. Luckily these cups have a little like notches in them, so it was pretty easy to find. I think I measured like 5 notches up for each cup, and then I just poured in the resin where I had marked it, and then I poured it together in another cup, and now I am stirring it. This is where I think I might have gone wrong before, where I might have not mixed it well enough together. And you really need to mix and mix and mix. And I'm scraping and mixing and scraping some more and mixing some more. So it really takes some time to get it well mixed together so that it will cure properly. All right, so as you see here, I have this silicone mold. This one is from Prima. This one is Gears and Cogs, I believe. I will try and link all of the separate molds down below, but I typically just have a general link to molds. I find that that is a little bit easier, but I'll try my best to link them separately. So what I'm doing is, because these are a little bit smaller pieces, I'm just taking the popsicle stick. Well, this is like a jumbo popsicle stick, and I'm using it to kind of pour in or like drizzle in those smaller little pieces. And then the larger ones, I pour a little bit, and then I will smooth it out. And you're going to see me kind of put the popsicle stick in that the shape there, just to kind of get it in all of those grooves. And then I will kind of scrape the top of where I put the resin. I'm not putting resin in this whole mold. I find it useless because I don't use every single piece in the molds that I have. Some people like to just pour resin in the whole mold and then just kind of create all of the pieces from the mold, from one mold, if that's making sense. I don't like to. I just like to pour the resin in the ones that I'm going to be using. And I didn't find that I had to work super fast with this resin. As you could see, I'm working pretty slowly. And you're seeing me now kind of scrape off the top because these are like gears and cogs. So it's really important to have those like those missing areas or the negative space in those pieces. All right, so I'm moving on to another mold here, and I'm just again showing you how I'm doing this to hopefully give you a little bit of tips and tricks just in case you're starting out with using resin. So you can see that I'm using the popsicle stick to add little bits here and there, and you can also use possibly like a skewer or like a finer or like a smaller stick to get in all of those grooves in those smaller areas in the mold. All right, so here is one of my favorites. So I love butterflies and these little bugs and bees and flies. They're so cool. I normally like to use paper clay in my molds, but this one in particular I cannot, especially with the butterflies and the little bugs, because the antennas and the legs are too small and the paper clay just breaks. So it's really nice to have some resin so that I can use these little cuties. I know some people don't like bugs, but they're not real, so I can handle them. All right, so I am going to scrape off the excess, and you definitely do not want to overfill the mold. You have to kind of be careful when you are adding your resin, and that way you don't get too much excess and you're not left with a ton of resin everywhere. All right, so this next one is probably one of my new favorites. I am just adding the resin to the pipes, and that one I got on Amazon, and I will link it down below. It's super popular. Everybody is going out and getting it, so be sure to get it while you can. All right, another one that is a favorite. Well, I think they're all my favorite. I absolutely love the silicone molds because I feel like after a few times, it really honestly pays for itself if you think about it, because if you were to purchase some of these embellishments separately, I mean, a pack of what, like 3 or 4 keyholes is probably $5-6, and these molds range from $10 to $20. So you really, they're definitely worth the money and investment if you are using a lot of these types of embellishments. All right, so this key one, like I was saying, is another one of my favorites. And you're seeing me just kind of scrape it off here. And you're going to see me using quite a bit of different large popsicle sticks. That way, as the resin dries on the popsicle stick, I'm not mixing it in with the resin that isn't dried, if that makes sense. All right, so now I am using the torch to get out some of the air bubbles. I really wasn't too worried about them because, I mean, if I'm being honest, I will paint them anyways. But I think it was important to get some of it out. All right, so these are not cured completely. I was too impatient, but you could see they are probably left maybe 12-ish hours, I would want to say. And I can still kind of manipulate them a little bit if I wanted to put them maybe like on a bottle or something like that. So I'm just going to take them out and unmold them. I think that's what it's called. But this one, the nautical theme one from Prima, is by far one of my favorites. I haven't used it yet, and you could see here that there is some bubbles left in it, but I don't mind. I'm not using these for anything that they're going to stay clear anyways. So I'm just going to continue to pop these out, and they are super simple to pop out, as you could see. And I'm just kind of adding them to the pile here. These are my favorites as well. And I totally forgot that I had this mold. I purchased it quite a while ago. Or wait, I think I might have gotten it in my design team package from Finnabair. Either way, I forgot that I had it, and I'm so glad that I found it. I have so many molds from Prima that sometimes I forget which ones I do have. But anyways, this video was a lot of fun to create, and I am absolutely loving using resin. I have done a couple other videos using this resin, one of which is for channel members only. I did some coasters, well, attempted to do some coasters. So if you are a channel member and haven't checked out that video, be sure to check out the community tab where you can find it. If you want to learn more about becoming a channel member and what it's all about, I do have a link down below, or you can just click the join button next to the subscribe button here on YouTube next to my name below the video, I believe. And it's, you know, optional, of course. It's just a way that you can get extra content from me behind the scenes and just different things. And it is a membership, so it is a paid membership. But yeah, so I am just going to continue to unmold these or pop these out of the molds. And it's super easy. Like you saw, I did have a little bit of excess on a couple of those, and I just tore it off. If it's too thick to tear off, you can always cut it off. And this butterfly mold is so gorgeous. I love it, love it. All right, that is going to complete this video. I hope it was helpful. Be sure to hit the like button and leave me a comment down below. If you are new to my channel, I hope you subscribe. And here's a couple more videos you might enjoy. I hope that you find me on social media so we can connect over there as well. Thank you guys again, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.